Muy buenas a todos, muchachadas. Estamos en un nuevo vídeo de Trauma Center New Blood. Aquí Arpiman desde Gunner Games. Vamos al comienzo del capítulo 6, una reunión urgente. Los protagonistas habían huido de sus captores. Sala de conferencias. Enfrentamientos en la jungla, what?
I'd like to hear the Department of Health's opinion regarding stigma. Secretary Mendez?
I consider this case a very serious matter.
Abuela.
It's unlike any plague mankind.
Could you please elaborate?
First off, stigma is a virulent disease. Reports indicate that a contagious strain exists. In addition to that, there's an underground so we must face the possibility that but in order to investigate, we need the
No need to worry about that. I've already...
Thank you. I appreciate. However, I'm afraid we don't have... There have been reports from around the world describe there's even been a major outbreak in one country.
You're talking about Kuluruma, correct?
Kuluruma.
Yes. We've had one patient flown in. We'll handle the treatment and subsequent announcement. Caduceus will be seen. In case you weren't aware, Mr. Deputy Secretary. Caduceus...
There's no need to explain. I'm familiar with...
Kuluruma.
I'm so glad that you're all back safely. He must have been so scared.
You have no idea, but we survived. With each other's help.
I'm sorry you had to endure such an ordeal. We must take stringent measures to strengthen our...
With no word since your disappearance, we had begun to fear How are you feeling?
It was a difficult situation. Having met our enemy face to face, my resolve to continue...
I wouldn't have objected if you had decided to resign. We can't win the war against stigma without...
Something caught my attention while we were being held. It concerns Professor Wilkins. I think he may be a member of the Kidman family.
Goodness. Could that be true?
The professor? What do you...
Well, you know that guy they referred to as... His face was hidden, but he was definitely the same. He also appeared to be the center of their... If he is Professor Wilkins...
I have to disagree. The way he moved and spoke, I just don't think he...
I'm not positive, but it seems... I just can't figure out how he got...
Regardless, I'll notify the... Now, I understand that you're concerned...
The patient has been flown in by the military. We don't know how infectious the disease is, according to preliminary examination, so we'll be relying heavily on your... I know that's a lot to ask, since you just returned.
Well, at least we're not out of practice, having been forced...
Oh my!
Yes, believe it or not.
I'd like to say that you will have the very best working... But unfortunately, we've lost a key staff member.
Did something happen?
Cynthia left. She quit while you were away.
Why would she do such a thing? She seemed so dedicated.
Do you have any idea why she quit?
As a representative of Humani, but I'll tell you as a friend. She seems to have gone through a lot with the high... They blamed her for developing products that... But no one could have anticipated that...
It's a shame to lose someone like her, but we can't do... Let's prepare for the operation, Val.
That's too bad. I had hoped to work with Cynthia until we eradicated stigma together.
Bueno, una nueva cepa.
Just so you're aware, I'll be present. I realize it may be difficult.
Don't worry, Kanai. We can...
I'm glad to hear that. I can't tell...
I hear this is a new strain of stigma.
Yes, but the preliminary test... We did learn two things, though. First, it has Second, we can prevent further damage by...
Sounds like a complicated procedure.
It's affixed to the affected area, so we can...
In that case, I think we should first try to restrict its movement.
That's where this baby comes in.
What's that?
It's the result of our research. It will allow us to turn... You see, we were able to extract a caloric...
Basically, it can stop the Would you mind giving it a try?
No problem.
Pues lo probaremos. El problema. Marcus ahí.
It's good to be back. Now.
Unfortunately, we don't know how to proceed until we've taken... But at least we have a second opinion today. Well, let's begin by opening him up.
Oh, miedo.
Stigma is definitely present.
It appears to have a core from which...
Let's try using that new stuff. We're supposed to inject it in...
Something's been released from the central core.
Toxin, I presume. If we... Needless to say...
We have to find a way...
We have to stop the toxin. Can't the grappler stop moving? We can extract it now. That takes care of one of them.
Ah, vale, o sea...
Two down, one to go.
Como una bomba.
It's withdrawn its arms.
Y de jode, vale.
That's probably the result of a rapid contract. Perhaps this can be used to our advantage. If we repeat this process, we may...
All right, let's give it a shot.
Mientras que hago.
Its arms are back out. Hurry up and remove the grapplers. It's working. Keep it up.
Vale, me sigo así.
It's extended its arms again.
Ahora 4, no me jodas. No parece excesivamente chungo. Aunque bueno, igual ahora saca 80 brazos y me cago vivo.
His vitals are dropping.
So quickly, too.
It seems like the toxin is being used...
So try to remove the grapplers while keeping the toxin from spreading. His vitals are dropping. We can't allow the toxin to reach the grapplers.
Vale, pero no me dejo. Tampoco bajan a lo
Doctor,
bestia.
if the toxin is moving through the arms, then why don't we try to pinch them closed? If you don't stop the toxin, it'll keep regenerating.
Pero para la... ¿Qué dice de cocina, pavo? Madre que lo parió. A ver, déjame hacer la puta cruz ahora cuando... Puta madre. Ahí está. Bleh.
That was incredible. We never gave up.
Bien. Victoria. Bueno, ha sido chungo, pero sí un poco toca pelotas.
I forgot what it's like to have a real...
I hope that's the last we...
Well, the operation was a success.
Bien. Aunque seguro que esta era la cepa sencilla de la cosa esta. Solo que más adelante aparece algo chunguísimo de la muerte. Ah, una vez. Mola.
That was an admirable effort, considering the difficult...
Yes, it was a tricky one.
I don't mean to press my luck, but I actually... This will be an extremely difficult...
So it's no different than usual.
Don't worry. We're quite used to extremely...
We received a request for aid from the country of Kuluruma, where an outbreak. They desperately need doctors who know the government would like to provide. That is, of course, if there are...
And you want us to go?
If we can get some of our personnel into Kuluruma, then I believe we can advance our research. But to do so, we have to put 3 of... Not just of infection, But all
Kuluruma is a hotbed for guerrilla activity. It's a time bomb waiting to go. What do you think, Val?
Well, ultimately, what's our...
If we're trying to convince ourselves, we could say it's...
Elena, how do you feel about...
Well, it's better than going somewhere.
Glad to hear that. Then it's we accept.
Aceptamos irnos a África. Kuluruma. Ese será el siguiente capítulo. Hasta ahora. Hey, hey.